Hey everyone, welcome to my chaotic mess. If you're new here, my name is Melissa. Today we are going to be doing our very first ever canning project. All right, so just a little quick story. I'll try to make it quick. We are going to Gatlinburg in just a few days, and we are going to be doing Thanksgiving while we're there with my family because none of us ever get together for actual Thanksgiving anymore because everyone has their own things. Well, except Justin and I, we usually just go to Bob Evans or something. So anyway, long story short, we do Thanksgiving when we're able to get together as a family close to Thanksgiving, if that makes any sense. So my nephew has fall break in October usually, and so we've been getting together in October and doing Thanksgiving then. So I decided, you know what, I don't have enough on my plate as it is. Yesterday I finally finished all my prep cooking. I finished the last pie. Well, it was a cheesecake, but I finished it yesterday. And so I said, why not add more to my plate? We're gonna can some apple butter. Now this is the newest book I got. I had another apple butter recipe that was in another book, but this one sounded so much better. It is sweet apple cider butter. It's on page 53 in the Ball Complete Book, Home Preserving this book. So they always say you should start with a jam or something similar to that, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm doing this first. My next project is probably going to be pickles, maybe. I haven't decided yet. I want to make some stuff to take up to my family for Christmas. I already have vanilla that you guys seen me make in a previous video. It should be done by the end of October for me to fill up as many bottles as I can with that. And then I'm gonna go and get more rum and add that back into the bottle so that, because you don't want to use all of it, you want to leave like probably two, depending on the size of the bottle. I'm probably going to try to leave at least 2 cups in there, and then we're going to add more rum and then let that ferment for another 8 weeks or so, probably longer to be honest with you, because I already put it up, I still have my bourbon one. I filled up the vodka one, okay, for like the 5th time. It's not doing good, so I think I'm gonna just have to dump that. I'll show you guys real quick, because the bourbon one, actually it's a little darker today, so there might be some life. This is the bourbon one. I haven't bought any bourbon to refill this one, but I think when this is gone, I'm going to take the beans and stick it in the spiced rum one. So far, the bourbon's been my favorite. This is the one with vodka. This is the 5th time I've filled this up, and it's not, yesterday I shook it up, and it's a lot darker today, so maybe I just need to put it somewhere where I can shake it more often. But usually you're only going to get maybe 2, maybe 3 good fermentations, or whatever the process is of making. I'm pretty sure it's fermenting. So anyway, these beans are pretty much done with. So if you can, I don't know if you can tell the difference. See these beans here where they still got a lot of color, but if you look at this one here, it's looks like it's withering away. There's no life left in them. So also I am going to be putting this when I do my personal rum. I wish I would have bought darker jars after reading more about how vanilla does better in darker jars. I keep mine in a dark place anyway, so I don't think the color of the jar really matters unless you're going to keep it somewhere where it's going to get a lot of light. Anyway, so we're going to be doing this, not orange marmalade, sweet apple cider butter. So I already have 6 pounds of apples. I am taking that as 6 pounds of apples. I hope it doesn't mean 6 pounds after you've cut it and cubed it and everything like that. So we'll see. 2 cups of sweet apple cider, which I bought. We're gonna go through my canner here in a minute. Where am I going? Refrigerator. I bought this, okay? I tell you what, apple cider is so expensive, and this is what I was able to find. I got this at Walmart, and I don't necessarily know if it's technically cider because it says apple juice in the ingredients. So I don't know. It says apple juice and glycolides to maintain freshness. So is this just apple juice or is it apple cider? Because isn't there supposed to be a difference? I don't know, because we have apple juice as well, but I specifically went and got apple cider because the book says apple cider. So anyway, and then bottled lemon juice. I have some bottled lemon juice left. And it says 1/4 of a cup. So hopefully I have 1/4 of a cup because I also bought fresh lemons, but I read in the back of the book, it says not to use fresh lemons because fresh lemons don't have a consistent acidity. So, sugar, my husband had to go out and buy me sugar on his way home yesterday. Ground cinnamon and ground cloves. Now this is where I should have looked before. I'm pretty sure I have a big thing of cinnamon, and I just gotta find it. It's chili powder. There it is. Alright, so there's my cinnamon. I'm gonna put all this back. And then I gotta find the cloves. I know I have cloves right here. So, here's the dealio. I feel like, and I know I'm gonna follow the recipe to a T, but I feel like it should have all the fall spices in it. Like, it doesn't have any nutmeg or ginger, and that's just weird to me. So I think once I get like this down, because Becky says you can usually add additional spices as long as you keep the acidity level the same. Well, the spices aren't going to add any acidity, but I also don't want to go off and add all the normal spices that I would think of, such as nutmeg and ginger. So I don't know. That's just my opinion, that maybe it would need more, and I can taste it before I even jar it up and see if I feel like it needs more of something. Anyway, that's what we're gonna need for the recipe. You also need a stainless steel pot. This is the only stainless steel pot I have, which I think is gonna be big enough. I need to buy some more. And then I have my water bath canner. Never used it. I opened it yesterday. It comes with literally everything I need. So this is going to be the first time using it. So once I get everything on the stove and the first part started, I'm going to unload the dishwasher, and then I'm going to put the candy jars and lids, which is only 4, in the dishwasher, just with no soap or anything, just to sanitize them. And then by the time this is done, those should be done. They should both be kind of steamy and hot, and this will already be to a temperature. Anyway, give me one moment. All right, I have no idea where we left off. Sorry about that. Anyway, the canner, I said, came with everything. So it has a funnel, which I have another funnel somewhere around here, that someone gave me. This was the thing I was really needing. This is a, what is it, a bubble remover, and it also has a little ruler on it because you need to leave 1 inch of headspace. So that's going to be nice to have. For that, I did read up, it's just on what I could use for a bubbler, because I didn't have one. At first I was like, oh, I could just use a knife. No. Plastic knife, yes. Metal knife, no. You have to use something non-metallic. I'm so glad I read. Like, I'm super glad I read, because I hadn't even looked in my canner yet, and I was like, what am I going to use? And it says spatula. So I do have spatulas in here. I just don't know. Do I even have one this small? Yeah, this is about the smallest one I have. So, I mean, I could have made it work. Not a big deal. But I'm glad that this was in the box so that I didn't have to figure it out. Then it came with the thing. I'm gonna have to use 2 hands, but I don't know how anyone uses the one hand. I can't really do it. So I'll be using 2 hands. This is the jar lifter. Yes, I realize I was showing them used the wrong way. My husband actually told me how to use them properly, because I didn't know. I've never done anything like this before, so it's all new to me. And you know, I did a really crappy job even making this video for you guys, and I even considered just not doing it at all, but we're gonna go with it. This is a jar opener, I think is what it said. A jar wrench. So this is to close the lids, I guess. But it says, everything I read says to do it till it's finger tight. So I don't know what a wrench is going to do for you. Maybe in case it gets stuck on in the canning process. And then it's got, this is the magnetic lifter. The only thing I can think of is this is what you use to push down to make sure it's sealed. I don't know, because I read just push, and as long as it's like concaved in a little and it doesn't bounce back, you got a proper seal. So you guys, we're doing this together for the first time, and that's all I can say is we're doing this together for the first time. You don't have to buy a canner. You can buy a big, you could even use this size if you're doing like jelly jars. You just have to put something on the bottom so that it's not sitting on the bottom of the pot. So that being said, this one comes with this. And you can actually like lift the jars out, and it's got a rest there. So But anyway, I'm going to put some water into this, and this is going to go on the back burner here, and we're going to just put it on simmer while we're doing everything else. I'll probably do that after we get everything done though, because I don't want it to, I want the water to get hot, but you don't want it to boil. I've never done this before, guys, and I've never seen anyone, I don't watch people that have coil stoves that can, so I don't know. I know that sounds stupid. Of course you can on a coil stove. My problem is that my coil stove cooks way hotter than when I had a glass top, like, because you're cooking right on the element, and whereas the glass top, the element's under the glass, so you have that glass that's transferring the heat at that point. Why am I still talking? Why? I have to go finish going over stuff with you guys. This will get moved to the front burner when we go to can, because it doesn't sit properly on the back burner. But I need this on the front burner so that maybe I can do it on that one. I don't know. Anyway, I need that on the burner so that we can watch it, basically. Anyway, make my life easier, I have my apple peeler. I think I showed you guys this in a previous vlog, but we used this to make our apple pie filling, and it worked great. So I didn't use it, my husband did. I'm assuming I can do it as well. So we'll use that to peel all the apples. And then I don't know if I'm going to use this or not, or if I'm just going to cut them. I haven't decided, because it says to core them and quarter them, and this is going to do more than quarter them. So I don't know. I don't know about this yet. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to put the apples and apple cider into the pot, and on medium-high heat, bring it to a boil, reduce the heat, and let the apples basically cook on reduced heat for 30 minutes until they're soft. And then we're going to use a food processor, which I currently have in the dishwasher. And we're going to puree it, not liquefy it. And sorry, I'm out of frame again. You're gonna puree it, not liquefy it. But I'm going to actually get a fine mesh sieve that I have, and after I puree it, I'm gonna put it through that, just in case there's any big chunks. I'll put those back in the food processor. Then you're gonna put that in the back into the pot. You're gonna add your lemon juice, your cinnamon, your sugar, your cloves, and you're gonna stir until sugar dissolves. Bring it to boil. Reduce heat and gently boil until mixture thickens and holds shape on a spoon. So I don't know how long this is going to take, but anyway, let me show you my apples. I even Googled best apples for apple butter. The only ones I could find were Red Delicious. Fiji was on there, and I couldn't find any good Fiji apples. When I say the only ones I could find, I mean good ones that I could find. So I could not find any Fiji apples. that looked good. I'm not a big Red Delicious person. I personally would have gotten Macintosh apples. Not Macintosh, oh my god. Honeycrisp apples, but oh, Macintosh was one of them. What did I get? Did I get Macintosh or Red Delicious? I got Red Delicious. I would have personally did Honeycrisp, but then it might have been too sweet. I don't know. Honeycrisp is my favorite apple, so anyway, we are going to now take a small break since I sat here and talked to you guys for 10 minutes. And then we're going to start peeling the apples and then cutting them. You're gonna need a cutting board and a knife, which, let me just get that out while I'm thinking about it. Guys, I don't know. I'm exhausted is all I can say. It's why did I decide to do this project? If I don't, I am going to get it done today. It's just a matter of how late will I be up. It is almost 1 o'clock. I am telling you what, I've not done anything this morning. Today is Thursday. We leave on Sunday. Early Sunday too. So it's not like I'm waking up and sleeping. We're the ones with the longest drive out of everyone. Everyone else is coming from Indiana. I think they have like a 6-hour drive. We have like a 12-hour drive. So it's going to be an exhausting day, a very painful day, because I'm going to try my very hardest not to make my husband stop. So I will be cramped for a long time. Not like cramped like that, but if I don't move, I tend to cramp up. That was one of the biggest mistakes I made driving up to Indiana by myself, is I did not stop enough, and I knew I should have been stopping more, but I'm like, nah, I can hold on another hour. I can hold on another hour. And I just would wait until I had to pee. So that's what we're gonna do on the way to Gatlinburg. I'm just gonna wait till I have to pee, because I don't want to be in the car all day, and we're already going to be in the car all day, so I don't want to be in it longer than I have to be. It worries me because I left here going to Indiana at 4 in the morning, and I made it to southern Tennessee, like, oh my god, where did I stop? South of Murfreesboro. So I wish I remembered the town, but I stopped for the night, and it was only 6 o'clock when I stopped. But we can check into the cabin at 3, and everything I read, like, not everything I read, but go based off of, I guess we're taking a different route anyway, because we're going to be going up through the Kirby roads. So wish me luck there. Anyway, I need to go sit down for just a moment, probably 30 minutes, and then I'll come back and we'll get on with it.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see Him whose birth the angels sing. Come the newborn King. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria.
Okay, for some reason I can't get this to do anything. So I'm gonna wait till my husband gets home because I'm not gonna peel every apple with this stupid thing. It takes too long. I don't have the patience for that. That's why I bought this contraption thing, so I didn't have to do all of that. So yes, I am that lazy, people. I don't want to sit here and peel apples all day. So if I didn't have to peel them, if I could just not peel them, I would do that. But I have to peel them. So I put the one that I did peel in the refrigerator. I put some lemon juice on it, just a half of a lemon on it so it went brown. And when my husband gets home, I'm gonna see if he can figure this stupid thing out. And maybe I'll just do it tonight. I'll have him peel them and I will try to get footage without his face. He does not like to be on camera, even though if you guys go back into some older videos, you'll know what my husband looks like. But he doesn't want to be on camera, so I honor his wishes for that. But I may have to wait until tonight to do this because I can't figure out this. When he did it, it was effortless. He just put the apple on there and peeled, and it did it in one long swoop. It just kept peeling. They also were bigger apples than this, so maybe these are too small for this contraption. I don't know. I'm also gonna Google easy way to peel apples. Maybe I can come up with a different solution, but I can't peel them with a knife. I'm not that good. Obviously this works, but it takes forever. I really wanted to get this project done today. I can't do it Saturday because it's got to sit for 24 hours and we're leaving early Sunday. So I have to get it done today or tomorrow. So hopefully tonight my husband can figure that out. I don't know what else to do. I really don't know what else to do. It's frustrating when something works for him but not me. And he'll tell you, I get very frustrated with that when I can't figure out something so simple like this and it works great for him, but I can't do it. It pisses me off, quite frankly. So when he gets home, I'll have him do that probably after we eat dinner. I'll be back in a little while for when we cook dinner because I'm making something experimental. I'm grilling some chicken. That's not the experiment part. I'm making these potatoes. They need washed. And there's already eyes growing on them. So anyway, I'm gonna cut them in half. And have you seen that garlic Parmesan crusted thing? I'm gonna make something with like that, except I'm using Monterey Jack instead of Parmesan. So we'll see how good that turns out. Either way, if the cheese burns, it's gonna be delicious. I love burnt, like not charred cheese, but like kind of crispy cheese, if you will. I love crispy cheese. Anyway, we're gonna try that for dinner. Never done it before, so we're gonna try it. Lots of garlic, lots of cheese, lots of butter. It's gonna be not good for us. We're gonna grill some chicken and I will probably make some green beans. We have not had a vegetable in forever because honestly, I've just not cared. I have today to cook, tomorrow to cook. Saturday, I don't care what he says. We're going to dinner because I'm cleaning the kitchen and I'm not doing anything until we get back from vacation as far as this kitchen goes. I need to clean the table off except for what's going to Tennessee with us. That's going to be our loading station. Let's see. I could probably pack up Stitch's food today. I'm gonna think of what I can do today until he gets home. Probably pack Stitch's food and his bones. I have his bowls out already. They just need to go in his bag. I'm gonna start laundry, so I'll record that. This video will have canning in it, I promise. And if I remember, I will put where the actual canning project is gonna officially start down below. So please bear with me. I am apparently not as good with my gadgets as possible. I wonder. No, that's a slicer. That's not gonna skin them. Maybe I should have gotten the more expensive one. There was another one, but it was an electric one, and it cost like 3 times the amount I paid for this. I think I paid $10 for this piece of crap. I really don't like investing a lot of money in things unless it's going to be something I'm going to end up using in the long run, like a lot. So if like I find that I did good with the apple butter, I will make more jams and stuff like that. One of the things I miss is jellies. And we have jellies. It's just I don't eat breakfast, and like I'll show you. I don't eat breakfast because I'm fasting. In fact, I haven't had coffee in forever. I have coffee. This needs to be poured out and redone. This is probably 2 weeks old. It's probably been 2 weeks since I had a coffee because I don't drink or eat anything besides water before 11 a.m. And so by the time it's 11 a.m., half the time I don't want coffee at that point. I just want actual food. But anyway, I have all sorts of jams back here. I have orange marmalade, which will never get used. I don't know why I have it. In fact, I'll just throw that away. This was stuff from my dad's house. And I don't like orange marmalade. Justin's allergic to oranges. As you see, I have oranges. Well, they're mandarins. But like, if I was to have something that he was going to eat as well, I wouldn't put it in the same drawer as these. I would put them separate because I just don't want to take any chances. But I have apple butter that's probably going bad. I have grape jam. Nope, that's blackberry, strawberry. We have jams. We have apple butter. We don't use it. We don't use it. That's the problem. I need to get back into eating like toast and stuff like that. Anyway. Oh, hello. So, I have not been out here for a while. So long ago that I forgot I even put this in here to wash. Well, anyway. I have so much laundry to do, but we're just focusing on the clothes. And yes, I still have all that crap back there to do. So anyway, as you see, my husband, well, not my husband, he did put the basket in the cart for me, but I asked him if it would work because I need something to roll the carts for me now because I cannot lift the baskets anymore. Even when I go to the room to empty it onto the bed, I have to empty half of it by hand and then I can dump the rest. So anyway, we're gonna start some laundry. I'm getting all the laundry done before we leave. That is a goal that I will not, well, all the clothes. Let me specify, all the clothes. I have blankets galore to wash. I have bed sheets to wash. When we get home, I will wash our bed sheets because, actually I have those. we're gonna need to change our bedding when we get home, obviously. It's time for it to be changed now, but we're about to leave, so I figured I'll just wait till we get home. This is not even all the clothes. I have a small pile in the master bathroom, small pile in the other bathroom. I don't know where all the laundry comes from. Obviously my husband changes clothes every day. I usually change my undergarments at least. So I don't know where all the clothes come. Like if the clothes aren't dirty, I'll rewear them. But so I don't know. If I don't go anywhere, I don't see the point of dirtying more clothes. If that makes sense. Anyway.
In Excelsis Deo. See him
So
in a manger
that's
laid.
good.
Jesus, Lord of heaven and earth. Mary, Joseph, lend your aid. Sing with us our Savior's birth.
Alright. Those will wash and we'll come out, put them in the dryer. Dryer is empty, so I'm also on to my fancy bounce. I don't know if it works. I bought this a long time ago when it was on sale at Sam's Club, and I had finally got through my last Sam's Club brand of dryer sheets that we've had for years, and so now we're on to those. They do make the clothes smell better, I will say that, but yeah. We have a lot to do in this garage, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure I'm going to empty this. Whoops. I'm going to put all the blankets in our couch. I'm pretty sure I have enough room, and all these pillows. I'm just going to throw them away. But I honestly don't know if I can get rid of that, because that was my dad's. Obviously not that color. It used to just be cedar. It is cedar, but it didn't have the shelves. It used to be a closet, a wardrobe. And we added the shelves. It was my crafting cabinet. Before, I think maybe when we redo the office, before we get the main part built, I'll put that back in the office maybe and use it for some craft storage. 3 hours, jeez. I need to stop washing everything on heavy duty. 3 hours. 3 hours to wash. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, I need to look at wrapping paper too while I'm out here. I am going to finish the Hannah Montana paper, which my niece will probably get a kick out of that. I probably have enough for one of her gifts. And then I think there's another paper in here that was specifically hers. Baby shower. This is kind of girly. We'll do that one. I'm trying to get rid of as much paper as possible. Metallic gift wrap. Purple, so it must have been for my niece. So, this is all my mom's wrapping paper. I'm trying to get through it. I'm still trying to get through her Christmas wrapping paper as well. My brother did not want the wrapping paper, but he got everything up. Well, not everything, but He got almost everything else. My younger brother, which is fine. I told both of them to take what they wanted, and I would just take everything else. And then come moving day, it's like, you've got everything. We didn't get nothing. I told you guys months before I even went to help my dad move. Our dad, but I told them our dad, but to go through and get what they wanted, and I would just take whatever was left. You know, it wasn't a big. They knew what was mine. They knew the china was mine. So as long as they didn't take the china, we were Gucci, right? The china was mine. My mom told them since, you know, probably the day they were born, the china goes to Melissa. Well, you know what I mean. Like, obviously, she couldn't have told my older brother that the day he was born, but you get what I mean. That my mom has always stressed to them the china would be mine. And now, when I pass away, the china will go to my niece because I don't have children. So, everything will get passed on to her. Hopefully, she realizes this. And if she doesn't want it, hopefully my nephew does, because they are the only links to the Jones family. So, anyway, I don't know what's wrong with my tripod. It's not staying tightened anymore. It's like as tight as I can make it, but the little ball inside won't stay in place, and I'm getting frustrated with it. So I might have to buy a new tripod soon. I don't know. But anyway, laundry is started. Next, I think we're going to end up cleaning off the table, doing Stitch's food. I need to look at my list. Buddy, if someone's out there, I can't take you. And seeing as you've been barking out the back door, I'm going to guess there's someone out there. If you were a nice boy, this wouldn't be an issue, but you're not a nice boy. Anyway, I'm gonna go see if there's someone out back, and if not, I'm gonna let him out. Otherwise, I'm gonna try to let him out the front and hope he doesn't see someone and run off. He's frustrating too. He's very frustrating because I can't take him out by myself. Like, I can't just put him on a leash and take him out without like triple checking all of the surroundings, make sure there's no one around. It's very frustrating. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. All right, I'm gonna prep dinner. Just gonna wash every single one of these little bags. Even though it says they're always pre-washed, because they're growing eyes, normally I honestly wouldn't wash them. But because they're growing eyes on some of them, I am washing the eyes away. These are my absolute, they cost more, but they're my favorite way to buy potatoes for just Justin and I. And I actually didn't know these were the family size bags until now. So this is more of a potato soup size bag than a side dinner bag. So I'm not going to cook the second one. Instead, I'm going to let my family know I'm bringing them to Gatlinburg. So I think someone was going to make potato soup one night. So there's that. Maybe they can use them in the potato soup instead of having to buy potatoes. There's some else stuff to tell you, and I then forgot. I got the table cleaned off. I didn't record it. I talked to my niece, I messaged my niece. Asked her if she wanted my wine because I don't drink enough to have that many bottles of wine in in the future, if I feel like I want wine, I'll just go buy one bottle. But honestly, since my back's gotten worse and worse, I've not wanted to drink because it intensifies the pain. So I don't drink very often because it hurts. It causes it to hurt more. I don't know the science behind that, but it causes my muscles to tense up real bad. And so I just don't really drink very often. The only thing I found that I can drink that doesn't really tense up my muscles is a margarita, and coconut margarita to be more exact, because I don't really like regular margaritas, but the coconut margarita is extremely good. So I don't know if it's the tequila that doesn't cause the issues or what, but if I drink wine, rum, moonshine, anything like that, RumChata, it just causes my muscles to tense up. Hopefully you can hear me over the water too, by the way. But yeah, I don't drink very much anymore, and that's why. That's honestly why. It's because it hurts. I used to drink a glass of wine almost every night, especially when I was substitute teaching. Oh my God, I came home one day, I was teaching kindergarten. You think they were going to be the easy ones, right? I came home and drank the whole damn bottle. That's how great of a day it was. Those kids, oh my God. I never in my life thought kindergartners would be so hard to teach, but they do not want to listen to you. They know you're not their real teacher, and they will do everything in their power to make your life miserable. That's all I gotta say. My favorite grade to teach was, well, piss off. My favorite grade to teach when I was a substitute teacher was probably 4th grade, because they actually listen to you, and when you tell them, hey, I'm here to help you, they actually come to you for help. Because one of the classes, 4th grade classes I taught, no one understood the answer or the question, and so I wrote it out on the board and we all worked it together. And so after they seen that, anytime someone had a question, we would work it out on the board, and I'd ask some of the students, hey, what should we do here? And then, we'd work it together, basically. I wasn't just giving them the answers, I'd make them work it together. But the one they didn't know, like almost every single one of them asked me for help with that one. And so we worked it out on the board together, and it was, surprisingly, it was science, which is my third least favorite subject. It goes math, history, science. English was my best subject, and when I was in high school, I took creative writing, and I wrote a short story. We called it a short story. It was like 8 chapters long by the time the semester ended, and my teacher asked me if I thought about becoming a writer, and I told him no. I didn't think I would be good at it. And honestly, I haven't really thought about writing since then. Like, I used to love making up stories, writing stories, but I think once someone just made it sound like I actually had a chance, I sabotaged myself and stopped writing. I haven't written in a long time. I think about writing a book all the time, but I don't think I ever will. I don't know. Sometimes I think about writing a fiction book about myself in a way, like, but someone struggling to go through life without a parent, because even though I'm an adult, I probably would write it from a teenager's point of view. When I was an adult when I lost my mom anyway, that's what I meant to say. I would probably, if I write it from a teenager's point of view. But as an adult, I still have no idea how to navigate my life. I don't know where my life is going. All I know is right now, I wake up every day, and some days I'm thankful to be alive. Other days I honestly am in so much pain. I wish it would just end. And I'm just being honest with you guys because we're friends. So, and the hardest part about everything is it seems like some people don't believe me when I tell them I'm in pain. It's like they think I'm trying to get attention. I don't want anyone's attention. I hate people. Not you guys. You guys are the exception to the rule. No, I don't hate people. I say I hate people all the time, but I just don't like to be around a bunch of people. I don't like to be the center of attention. That's for sure. So, like, why would I expect anything from anyone? You know what I'm saying? I don't want anything from anyone. I want to feel better. And so I just want someone to finally acknowledge something is wrong with me. And I don't feel like anyone takes me seriously, is all I'm saying. It's hard, you see, because we're about to go on vacation and it's supposed to be super fun, and my family's talking about all this fun stuff they want to do. And I sat there and I said, well, I want to go to the aquarium. I hope they have electric carts or at least wheelchairs to rent, because I won't be able to keep up with anyone. I won't be able to keep up with anyone at all. My dad bought himself a motor cart. My dad has COPD, so he definitely needs it. But I would, like, originally he said he would stay back and walk with me because he can't walk fast either, but now he's gonna have a motor cart, so I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me for saying this. But I feel like I'm gonna be very alone on vacation because I can't keep up with everyone. So I feel like everyone's gonna be way ahead and I'm gonna be walking by myself. And that honestly breaks my heart to even say something like that. And I don't want you guys to feel bad for me or anything like that. This is just like in my thoughts. I'll let you know afterwards if that's what actually happened. But I told my husband, I said, if anything, just take me to the aquarium, leave me with the penguins, and you guys go have fun. Because I can only do my best. So like, I know they want to do some mountain coaster. I can't even stand up anymore. If I'm on the ground, I can't stand up by myself. So I haven't been cleaning the floorboards, or I haven't been doing anything that requires me to sit on the floor because I cannot stand up by myself. And they're wanting to do all these things that I can't physically do, and I'm not going to hold them back. I told my husband they can all go. Everyone can go do their thing. Leave me somewhere, or I'll just stay at the cabin and be by myself like I am every day. It's it's got to the point where that's what I'm used to. I'm used to being alone. You know, my husband works all day. He's only up for a few hours and then he goes to sleep. So I'm pretty much alone. I don't have any friends that live nearby. So I can't work because, as you know, I'm pretty honest with you guys. Earlier when I said I'm gonna go sit down for a little while, I honestly went and sat down for a little while. I don't have to be honest with you guys. You guys would have never known that I took a break if I didn't say it. I take so many breaks throughout the day because I cannot stand for a long time. Like right now, I've been standing here for 12 minutes. Now I have to go sit down before I finish these potatoes because my back is killing me. Anyway, don't feel sorry for me, guys. You're my friends. And sometimes I feel like I can vent to you guys and be emotional and true with you guys because you guys are always very nice and uplifting to me, and I really appreciate that. I mean, every now and then we get a little hater, but you know, here's the thing. Haters are gonna hate. It's just a matter of how you let them affect you, and I choose to be the better person. Every now and then I'll call them out on their shit, but for the most part, they don't bother me. Like if someone calls me fat, tell me something I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You think you're hurting me by telling me I'm fat. Tell me I'm ugly. That doesn't hurt my feelings because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. There are a lot of people I don't think are good looking, but I'm not gonna go up and tell them I think they're ugly because that's just rude, you know? And everyone's beautiful in their own way. And that's all I gotta say. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. And you have to learn to either accept that everyone can be beautiful in their own way, or you can learn to be a nasty little human that makes fun of people that aren't to your liking. Anyway, that's all. I'm gonna go take a break and then we're gonna finish these potatoes. They need to drain a little anyway before I cut them. I have to get the ladder out and get the pan down, and it's just a whole thing. Honestly, my husband's gonna be mad at me probably for getting on the ladder to get the pan down, so. Oh well. All right, we're back. We are making the paste, cheese paste, whatever we're calling it, for the bottom of the pan. So I have a stick of butter and 2 pucks of garlic that we froze, and my husband food processed them and froze them. So we're gonna get this melted. We're gonna add the cheese, and then we're gonna spread it on the pan. That way when we cut our potatoes, the potatoes will go in this bowl. I will season them up, and then we will, I'm probably not explaining this very well. We're gonna make the paste first, put it down, and then in the same bowl, after we get as much of the paste as possible out, we're going to put the potatoes in there, season them with I'm probably gonna use avocado oil. Oh, actually I have garlic olive oil, so we'll use garlic oil, some garlic powder, they're gonna be very garlicky, by the way, and a bunch of other seasonings. We're gonna season them up and then put them cut side down into the cheese mixture. And as I said earlier, I don't have Parmesan, I have Monterey Jack. That's why I said this is going to be very experimental for me because I don't know how it's going to work. I'm going to spray the pan first, and then we'll get to it. And spraying the pan may or may not help, who knows. I've already preheated the oven for 425. It's preheating now. course, I could have put it in a better dish, but it is what it is. Ooh. I'm not 1,000% sure how much we need to put in here because Parmesan, it says 1.5 cups. The hell? There it goes. So we're just going to, this is cheese I shredded myself. Well, my husband actually shredded it for me because I didn't want to get my KitchenAid food processor out. Not food processor, but cheese slice grater. And I couldn't get the cheese block. My hand wasn't big enough. If I would have cut it, it would have been fine, but I didn't. Anyway, I might sprinkle some more of this on top. We're gonna see. But we're gonna stir all this in. And then we're gonna put it in this. And spread it. Just spread the best you can. Like I said, this is experimental. This could go extremely bad, but we're gonna hope for the best. Okay. I'm gonna have to wash this pan off before we do the apples later, but alright, I'm gonna slice these and then I will come back at you once they're all sliced. I'm sure you don't need to see me slice them, so we're just gonna cut it and come back to it. Alright, I'm done with that. I'm gonna get the, yeah, this is the, actually, which one is this? Shoot. It used to say EVOO on one of them, but the oil must have washed it off. This is regular. Okay. Alright. I have more, so we're gonna kind of douse this. We're just gonna use the rest of this bottle because there's a lot in there. Alright, I'm gonna squirt this lemon in here too just because I don't want it to go to waste. I don't think it's gonna do much for the flavor, but maybe give it a little hint of something. Alright, now we need the Fabulous 4. Or should we call it the Fabulous 5? Anyway, garlic. We're going to put a lot in here because we're going to shuffle that up. Onion powder. Same thing. Put a lot in there. Need to get a brown sugar bear for mine. Pepper. And look, so some of y'all I know don't season your food. And if that's the case, you're probably like, girl, you're doing too much. And to you, maybe so. But I actually like to season my food. So, I don't know. I just know there's some people in this world that don't like seasoning. I'm gonna add a little bit of Italian seasoning because I don't have dried parsley, and the original recipe calls for dried parsley. So anyway, I'm gonna mix this the best we can. There's a bunch in here, so put them down. And all these may or may not fit. I don't know. If they don't all fit, I'll roast the rest up and I'll have them for lunch tomorrow. So I'm gonna bring you guys in closer so you can see what I'm doing. All right. So we're just taking the cut side down and putting it in. I have a little spot for a baby potato right there. Those potatoes were good, but if I ever did them again, I would probably figure out a way to use less grease because they were very greasy. Anyway, I did the canning project. We, my husband was home. We were watching TV and I was just going back and forth. And I was like, you know what? I just don't have the mental capacity to film this the way I wanted to film it. So I apologize for that, guys. Also, my family said it tasted good, but I felt like it had the consistency of applesauce. Um, and maybe I just need to get a better food processor, or maybe I didn't process it enough. But like it looked like baby food, which is what I consider pureed, right? Um, but it still had like the consistency of applesauce, not the apple butter. Like it never got thick. So not it got thick. Okay, hold on. How can I explain it? Like I did the spoon test that it says to. It says to put a little spoon of the product on a frozen plate, which I did. I put a plate in the freezer specifically for this project, and once it doesn't pool anymore, once you put it on the thing, like it just stays in place. So I did that, and once it got to that point, I was like, okay, this is fine. Anyway, I tried doing the fine mesh sieve, and it was just, I don't have the patience. I really don't have the patience for something like this. I was like, oh, well, it said to use a fine mesh sieve if you didn't have a food mill, like, because you could have used a food mill, food processor, or, yeah. It said to use a food processor and a fine mesh sieve, I believe. I don't remember. Honestly, I read so many variations of this recipe. I don't even remember anymore. But I kept trying to process it down even more. Um, but I also didn't want to liquefy it. So that was my main concern there. But you do that, you put it back into the pot and you cook it down. I did get 4 jars, so I cooked it down enough because I didn't want to cook it down too much. But I did have my 4 jars, so and I had leftover, so I probably could have cooked it down a little more. But yeah, see, even in this picture, not picture clip, it looks like applesauce, and it didn't really change the consistency from there. So I don't know, but they said it tasted good. I don't really use apple butter. I It's not my preferred thing. It also is not as dark as store-bought apple butter, which is why I felt like it was missing something. And I'm starting to wonder if store-bought has like molasses or something in it, because it's I was measuring out, it never came up to 12 cups, by the way. It says it's supposed to measure out to 12 cups after you process it. So I'm like, oh, I should have used more apples. And maybe that was the thing. Maybe it needed to be 6 pounds of apples after you cut them. And I just went off of 6 pounds bought. You know what I mean? Like full apple. So I don't know. The book does not specify. So, or maybe it does, and I just kind of looked over it. I honestly don't know without going to get the book, but sorry. I'm not feeling very well today, and I had an appointment this morning. That was a waste of my time because I got there and ended up not being seen at all because it was for an eye specialist. My eye doctor wanted me to see a doctor for retinopathy because he had some concerns with my left eye, and so they referred me to this place. Well, these people don't see patients for diabetic retinopathy, and so the girl said that she would put in a referral to the correct specialist for me and send them all the information, yada yada yada. But like, I was already frustrated, guys, really frustrated, because I've been waiting for this appointment forever. So yeah. All right. We're doing more laundry. Today is all about doing laundry and getting everything that's not cold that we're taking in a place so that tomorrow we can start loading the car up. Plus we gotta pack. Still, I think we're gonna pack tonight. That way my husband can pick out what he wants to take. Why won't this go back on? Oh, whatever. Anyway, so we're getting all the laundry done today. And this isn't even all of it. I have a little basket right outside the door, so. All right. Now, this is all of it. Plenty of room. Just gotta kind of shove it in. And for those of you guys that think I overload my washing machine, my washer does triple loads, so I don't stuff it as stuffed as I can. That's just certain people in my life do that, and it annoys me. So I always make sure there's headspace so it can properly agitate. Also, it is the next day, and yes, I put the same clothes on because, like I just said, I'm trying to do all the laundry so we can pack for vacation. I'm gonna re-dry these. And yeah, also, I really am horrible. I'm sorry, guys. I got as much as I could yesterday, but I'm really bad at canning, or not canning. I'm really bad at vlogging with people around, but I did it. It's either apple butter or applesauce. We'll find out when we open one on Monday. The others are gifts. One is for my husband and I. The other 3 are for other people. So, and hopefully the one for my husband and I gets just used. Not because I don't want to bring it back. See this, I think it's gonna be applesauce though. Look at, I followed the directions exactly. But it's also not been 24 hours, so maybe it's just gotta set up some more. Anyway, so I think I need to buy either a blender or just go ahead and buy a food mill, because it does say to put it in a food mill or a food processor. I used the food processor. It didn't puree it very well. It is what it is at this point. Anyway, I've been working on editing, so I'm going to go back to that, and then to rest my back, obviously. And then we're going to start by wrapping presents that are ready to be wrapped, and then I will start putting more crap on the table. That's all I can say. Eventually I do want to finish cleaning the kitchen. That might not get done until tomorrow. I don't know, but I want to get the air fryer done. I want to get all of this crap put up or organized. The dishwasher does need to be ran still. I was just going to wait until after dinner tonight to do that. So yeah. Let's just go take a break. Okay. I ate lunch. That was a mistake. That might be TMI, but it was a mistake nonetheless. So we're gonna get the laundry switched over, and I need to see if I have 2 clean towels to take. I might have to do a towel load. Oh, maybe we'll fold this crap before we leave. I don't know. I honestly have not done anything today except laundry, and I edited a video for next week. So I originally wanted to get 2 videos up for next week, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to edit a second one, because the one that I just finished editing was over an hour long. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. So I don't think we're gonna get to that. But I see I have 1 clean towel right there. You can see I have a lot of clean towels, but the ones that we have been loving is what I mean. I like to take my own towels on vacation. Hopefully, because it's an Airbnb, I don't know if they actually provide towels, so hopefully my other family members pack their own towels just in case. Because I don't mind sharing food, but I'm not sharing my towel. That's all I'm saying. We are not having a community towel. I'm tired. I honestly just want to go to sleep, guys. I honestly just want to go take a nap. That's how upset my stomach has been today, is I'm exhausted from doing nothing except living on the toilet. I know, TMI, but it's honestly what my life has become. You would think as much as I'm putting out, again, TMI, that I would have lost like 40 pounds by now. Nope. Sure not. I honestly have not weighed myself in like maybe a month. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a weigh-in tomorrow and see where I'm at. Alright. I don't know if I'm doing any more laundry, so I'm gonna leave that open. Let's go. Alright, I thought I did an outro for this video, but apparently not. So, this is it. You get me in the dark, mess behind me, ignore the Halloween wreath. I need to go just put that in the closet. I'll get to it. We're going to be redoing this, like emptying this whole area out here soon. Once I get Christmas decorated, we'll start that project. But, and then over here, I have wreaths that I'm trying to finish up. It's just a whole thing right now. But anyway, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know how many more really long videos like this I have left. I'm trying to do my best to make them shorter, guys. I don't know where I started losing track of what I've been recording, because I used to really be on top of it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Yeah, whatever. Whatever you want. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. And then I will see you guys next time. Oh, and let me know how you liked the new intro and outro. Thanks.
Now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, 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 come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Oh, yeah.